Hi guys, it's Erica the photographer. This is a behind the scenes video of one of my sugar skulls, Mermaid Style. So let's get started by showing you my basic setup. I've got my bottled water in a little cup, got my brushes, my palettes, and some of my Moonglow UV paints. There are a lot of steps here, so kind of bear with me. First step first is I need to start with my flowers. So for my local Wally World, I got a little bouquet of flowers and clipped off the ones I wanted to use. In this case, I wanted to use the hydrangeas. And then I'm going to start squirting in a little bit of my paints. Now, when I say a little bit, you can see I mean a very little bit. This stuff is water-based anyways, so I want to make it even more watery by thinning it down. So I'm going to start painting it on the petals little by little and just kind of start to add dimension. But hang on, I need to be able to see what it's going to look like in the final shot, so I got to paint it in the black lights. So with my studio lights off and my black lights on, I start painting the petals and just, using a lighter color in the middle, working out to the edge, start adding intensity. So there we are with the studio lights. Boring white, I got cool pink and yellow flowers. Again, with the leaves, snip off a couple, and with a little bit of greens, light and dark, a little bit of yellow, do the same thing again like I did with the petals. Just painting them one by one, little by little. And there you go. Pretty simple, goes by very quickly. And there's my finish, what my leaves look like, and my petals, a couple little sprays. My hands are a mess, and look, there's hardly any paint left. Like I say, this stuff is awesome. Little goes a long way. So, time to clean up and get ready for the actual photo shoot. Here's my model, my daughter, Allie. And I'm going to have her starting off by taking off her shoulder straps. I need a nice clean bare shoulder. So she's going to pull that off. I'm handing her a baby wipe. She's going to wipe off all her body oils. Give myself a good clean palette. And then I'm going to give her a final hydrating moisturizer. Just kind of wipe it in and just make myself with a smooth canvas to work with. Give her a paper towel. She's going to tuck it in the top because I hate to edit. At the end of the shot, I'll just take that off. Now Moonglow has these body paints that come in these wonderful big tubs, but I want to use it for an airbrush. So using a bottled water, I'm going to get the tub of paint and I'm going to squirt it in my little airbrush container, and I do about a 50-50 consistency. I'll squirt it in and I'm going to shake it up. And I do the same thing with my yellow. So I have my pink and my yellow, and I'm ready to start airbrushing. Now you'll see it'll start to build intensity because I discovered that it goes best in layers. So I'll paint one part, once it's drying I'll move on to the next part, and then just little by little start adding it. Start with the pink, and then I'll do the yellow right on the eyelids, the nose, and the cupid bows, and then I'm ready to start painting. Now this is my Paradise Black paint, and I'm going to paint in the sockets on the skulls. Just kind of very lightly line them out, and then I'll go with the full intensity of the black paint. I'm just kind of painting in the sockets, little by little. Now, I decided I didn't want a sharp edge on the bottom, so this is literally a cheapy makeup from a Christmas set. I'm just using the black eyeshadow, and I wanted to soften the edges, so I'm taking a soft brush. I'm just kind of patting it on right under the black paint, and then I'm going to just fan it down and soften the edges. I'm going to go around the hairline and the temples, and just kind of give myself a good soft edge. Now here you'll see I'm actually painting right on the airbrushing again on the clavicles. I don't want to move the airbrush paint that's already there, so with a very soft fluffy brush, I believe this is my e.l.f., I'm just very softly patting it in, just giving yourself a little extra dimension, extra shape. Now using my Moonglow paints, I'm going to use the blue and the yellow, and I want to make the little fishy stripes on her shoulders. So just kind of freehand the little stripes on, starting with the blue. Again, it goes best in layers, so you'll see I'll paint it first, I'll go on to the next stripe, and then I'll go back over it. I like my paints to be wicked, wicked bright, so the more layers I can sneak on there, the brighter it gets. Little by little. It's kind of cool to watch it just get brighter and brighter and brighter. So, just about done. And it's going to be time to move on to the next part. So for the fish scales, you actually use a hairnet that you would put under a wig. And I'm going to have her pull this over her face and stretch it all the way over the back and let her sit with that. And she was like, my nose is squish. She was so cute. So using my Moonglow eyeshadows, I'm going to, with the soft fluffy brush, just pat it right in. You don't want to brush it on, you want to pat it in because you don't want to move the net underneath. So the parts that weren't airbrushed, I used the blue and the green. And then where the net was kind of blocking it off, I'll get a nice purple underneath it. And then right over the pink and the yellow, I'm going to use the same Moonglow eyeshadow, pink and yellow, right over it. It'll add a nice extra depth and dimension. And she's going to pull that hairnet off. And now we got awesome scales on top of the airbrush paint. How cool is that? So, using the same hairnet, I decided I want to put some scales on her shoulders, so I'm going to just cut it up the back and using some duct tape very gently so that when I pull the tape off, I don't pull her body hairs off. I'm just going to tape that net that I just cut and tape it on her shoulders. And again with my eyeshadows, I'm going to just pat it in. I don't want to move any of the paints underneath it, so just very, very gently just keep patting it in. And you'll see it'll start to add dimension. Take it off, pat off all the loose eyeshadow that's on that hairnet, and then it's time to do the other side. And again, just taping it on. It's got a lot of powder on it, so I ended up using a lot of tape this time. But here again with the eyeshadow, just kind of pat it in. Do it in layers, kind of a rainbow colored theme. I really wanted this to be bright and festive. So using that cheap eyeshadow again, I decided I wanted to paint under the fishy scales, so giving it just some added 3D dimension. So underneath each one of the stripes, I went ahead and put in a little eyeshadow. And as if on cue, Kitty always has to come and inspect our handiwork, so kind of fun trying to paint around a big old fluffy tail in your face. But she had to make sure we did everything right. And bye, Dana. And so you'll see this start adding dimension. And now it's time to do the nose. Again with my Paradise paint. I don't like to paint on the whole tip of the nose, or the whole nose, so I only just paint like right on the tip. And then using the Moonglow mascara, I'm just going to paint the blue right onto the eyebrows. And then getting ready for the mascara on the eyes, using the green here. And then I'm going to use the Paradise paint, and I'm going to paint in liquid eyeliner kind of look. And I'm going to trim off the eyebrows just to give them some extra depth and dimension. Now using the Moonglow eyeliner, I'm going to paint the blue right on top of the black eyeliner. And then while that's drying and her eyes are still closed, I'm going to use a little bit more of the eyeliner, the yellow right under the brow bone. And then I use some of the paint for the eyeshadow, quote unquote. So I use some pink paint. And now it's time to move on to the lips. So to do the teeth, you basically paint like a little house shape with the rooftop and an upside down version of it on the bottom. And you just little by little start doing your teeth. You can go as far back as you want. I really wanted to go all the way on those sockets. So I pulled them all the way to the back. And just again add it in layer. I just used white as my base and I went with the yellow and kind of highlighted it all in. Now moving on to the last part, the hair. I decided I wanted to put a couple of braids in there just to kind of play around and see what it looked like. So just pulling out 2 braids on each side. Just getting a little rubber band and tying them off on the end. And then Moonglow has this cool hair chalk. It comes like in a little compact. It's got a little sponge applicator, so you open the lid, take up the sticky, stick the sponge applicator on it, and now you've got like this little clamshell that you can chalk the hair with. So getting the hair wet, take the chalk and whoosh, how cool is that? Now just for giggles, on the other side I didn't put water. I wanted to see if it was going to be brighter or darker. Definitely brighter with the water. Way cool. So starting to pin up the braids, starting to stick in the flowers. I used a little bit of the Moonglow hair gel on the actual part of the hair that's on the shoulders, just to kind of give it some little extra bright, a little extra kick. Using just basic bobby pins, just kind of sticking them all in. I'd already zapped the flowers with hairspray and they were drying this whole time. And there you go. There is my Sugarskull mermaid. How cool is that? And my final shots were taken at ISO 200, shutter speed 1/250th of a second. These were taken at f1.4 on my 85mm lens. So wicked cool. And again, here's what it's going to look like in just the regular studio lights. Thanks again, guys, for watching this. If you like this video and want to see more of them, I invite you to go check out my Patreon page and become a supporter. It's because of fans like you that I can do videos like this. Bye, guys.